Hey guys, it's Keanu. So today I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a discussion video. I'm doing it on camera mainly because it looks a lot better. And I don't know, I haven't done a video like this in a long time, so I'm really excited to be back on camera. It feels a little weird though, because I kind of hide behind my computer now. So all right. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the Exo Cinematic Universe. It's a universe that my team and I are creating, and we're working really hard to create and making sure that it succeeds the way that we want it to succeed. I'm going to go over three key topics: what is it, how is it going to work, and continuity concerns. So number one, what is it? Me and my target audience is EXO fans of the Weeknd. If you're EXO, you automatically know what this is. It's a no-brainer. The name, while it is corny, it works. It's the one that speaks. You know what I mean? It's a lot better than the other names we had, like the EXO-verse or EXO-land. Yeah, no, see, again, it's still corny, but again, it's the only one that speaks to the EXO fans. And they know exactly what they're in for because I posted the bracket onto Reddit and it got almost 100 upvotes at the time of this recording. And I posted on Instagram and Twitter and I got a lot of positive responses. I think that's mainly due to the fact that people liked Welcome to Kissland, and I really appreciate that. So I feel like people trust me now to continue on with the next movie, and it's really weird to see a kid, I'm 19, do this. It's weird as shit. I think it's weird. Most movies are based off of video games, books, or other films, but to be inspired by a whole album, I've never seen that done before. If it has been done, please feel free to tell me because I like feeling special and thinking that I'm the one who, you know what I mean? But yeah, so with the success of Welcome to Kissland, I do feel like, EXO fans at least give me a little bit of respect, at least on Instagram and Twitter. Not so much of Reddit. Some people are still skeptical about it because having a universe inspired by films on the albums that people love, it's weird. It's a lot weirder than having one film. Now you're gonna put six more out. You know what I mean? Like I think it's weird, but I know it's gonna work because you know, while it is inspired by the MCU, we're not dealing with superheroes, so it'll be a lot easier to connect the films in a more it's in a more sophisticated way. So again, we're not dealing with superheroes. So I'll give a quick example. Welcome to Kissland is a film about Mason's struggle to deal with his younger brother's death. Kissland is a place that he frequently gets visited by because of that guilt. Um, the Knowing, which will be posted here, obviously I'll post an image of. The Knowing is a prequel film. That film is going to focus solely on Nathan and Nathan only, the younger brother who died in our universe. Mason is a character in that film, but he only appears in two scenes, making him a cameo. So, he's not really a main character, he's not really a side character. His story is wrapped up, but can it be picked up in a future film? Yes. Different characters and different story themes will carry on to the next film. So, for example, Beauty Behind the Madness, the film that's going to be inspired by that album, is going to be a crime thriller. You know what I mean? Like, so it's going to be called The Grifter. That's a film that I wrote a long time ago, but I wanted to bring it back out now because I was inspired to make that film off of Beauty Behind the Madness. So yeah, I wrote that film back in 2015 when the album came out. Um, so yeah, it only makes sense to bring it back out now and polish it up a little bit and have it make a little bit more sense. But a character from The Knowing will carry on their story into The Grifter, the film inspired by Beauty Behind the Madness, and a character from The Grifter will carry on to the Starboy film. Now I am gonna answer this one question because I actually had this question on the Reddit through private DM. Is Starboy going to be inspired by the comic book? No, it's not. I have no plans to do an adaptation about that because there's three reasons. I don't have the budget for it. I don't have the budget for it, and I don't have the budget for it. I would love to do a Marvel film, and obviously about Starboy, but again, I'll let Marvel do that. You know what I mean? Because again, I don't have the budget, so it'd be really difficult for me to do that. Um, so yeah, Starboy, the film inspired by Starboy is going to be an action piece. I envision it to be. I have a planning board that, with all these different ideas on on who to carry over and what character should get their own like solo movie, because I guess that's the term for it nowadays. Um, and when I listen to Starboy, it's a much more pop album than Beauty Behind the Madness. So I think it would make perfect sense to make it an action movie, or at least not an action movie, but a drama film with action sequences, if that makes sense. So, you know, not your fucking like Point Break with Keanu Reeves or John Wick. Think of it more like, I don't know, A Place Beyond the Pines. That's where I grab most of my film inspiration from. That movie is a cinematic genius. If you have Netflix, go watch it. I swear to God, it's a great movie. And MDM, when you listen to that album, it's more of like a sob story, you know, maybe a breakup type of, you know, mixtape or an EP. Um, I know exactly what all these films are going to be. I know what themes we're going to be pulling from the albums because, like Kissland, or like Welcome to Kissland, I pulled themes and story points that Abel was talking about from Kissland and put them into the film. I'm doing the same thing with Trilogy. With Trilogy, we have 30 tracks to, you know, to play with. Will all the tracks be featured? No. Sadly, I'm sorry. It's just, again, I don't want to cram and I don't want to force, you know, things. It's just not how I work, and it's just not how filmmaking works. At least that's not how a good movie works. You don't force things. Um, Beauty Behind the Madness, I think, has 15 or 16, maybe 14. I don't know. I know Starboy has 18. So yeah, I hope that answers a lot of the questions, maybe a lot of the concerns, on how it's going to be connected. I'm going to do a little bit of a recap. So yes, it is inspired by the MCU, but we're not dealing with superheroes. So instead of there being a big team up movie, it's just going to be characters from the previous film carrying over to the next, if that makes sense. We are pulling, obviously, we're using the music and themes from the albums into the films to make it feel like it's a part of that world that the EXO crew, you know, The Weeknd, Lamar, Cash, you know, Sal, what they've created. We hope to hopefully be believable and live in that world they've created, if that makes sense. You know, we want to be our own thing, but we also want the EXO fans to feel like, you know, these films are relatable and, you know, fit in with the themes that the albums give, if that makes sense. That might be a little confusing. I don't know. I'm not the best at explaining, so I probably wasn't the best choice to do this video, but I'm sorry, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys are excited because I'm excited to start the next one, which is The Knowing. Boy, I think I'm putting about $3,000 into audio and visual upgrades because the new film is going to be shot on the Sony A7 III, and it's going to be, yeah, upgraded, and it's going to be awesome. Production starts on that next spring. We're starting pre-production the end of the end of this year. We're obviously going to do table reads and castings and stuff like that, so I can't wait for y'all to see the next one, and I hope you guys are excited because I'm fucking pumped, for real. Like, I cannot wait for y'all to see this because this next one's going to be crazy. I think I'm aiming for a 40-minute runtime, possibly. That's not guaranteed. 40 minutes, the shortest maybe 27, because it's a more like humanizing story. So we're dealing with a lot of issues. So yeah, appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.